Iron Cross, he's great on top by 4 lengths.
Hi everybody and welcome to our show. We have an exciting half-hour plan for you, and if harness racing happens to be your game, this is the place for you to be. Hi, I'm Steve Ross, and this lovely lady to my right is Heather Moffett. Hi Heather.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm great.
Are you excited?
I'm always excited about this show.
You look excited. Okay, let's get right to the action. Heather has it for you right here at Harrah's Chester, race 10 on Monday. Heather?
Kicking things off with the ladies, and in here, the horses you want to watch out for are Ideal Weather. She's 5 now. She's made $800,000 lifetime.
I like that in a lady.
Yes. Native Bride is the favorite in here. She just took a lifetime best of 150 down in Lexington
She's
recently.
Tough. She's a hard-knocking mare.
Extremely tough. And also, check out Dream a While. She's won 2 races in a row, actually going into this event.
Great. Okay, here's James with the call.
And they're off. Ball Gown, Ideal Weather, and Sports Fancy all show speed, and they're joined at the cones by Leslie Fia. Into the first turn, Ideal Weather 6 ahead in front from Ball Gown, and Ideal Weather will clear with effort. Ball Gown at the inside, Sports Fancy at the outside. These two are joint second, and these front 3 quickly draw off by 4 from Leslie Fia. It's 2 lengths more to Native Bride. She's biding her time in mid-pack, some 7 lengths off the lead. 2 lengths farther back comes Dreamland's Latte with Maker Bark, and Dream a While is the trailer. The opening quarter was 26-4. In front of us for the first time, it's Ideal Weather by a length and 3/4. Sports Fancy ducks into the pocket spot, and Ball Gown is a loosely tracking third. Then comes Leslie Fia with Native Bride continuing on. Still 6.5 from the front. Dreamland's Latte is next in line, and 2 clear of the trailing duo of Maker Bark and Dream a While. Approaching races midpoint, it's Ideal Weather still a length and a half in front of Sports Fancy, with Ball Gown, and Leslie Fia's first over the half was 55-3. Up the backstretch, Ideal Weather holds clear a length and a half, and Leslie Fia will offer first over pressure past their point of departure. Sports Fancy is locked in the box. Native Bride is well positioned second over. She's 2.5 from the lead past 5/16. Ball Gown is locked in. Dreamland's Latte has some 4.5 to make up. Dream a While is behind excess cover, and Maker Bark is gapped at the cones from last. 3/4 in 1:23-2. Midway around the far turn, Ideal Weather still has a head in front from Leslie Fia, and Native Bride is unleashed 3 wide. 2 lengths back from this line of 3 to Sports Fancy, top of the stretch. Ideal Weather is under Gingras urging Native Bride with plenty of pace in the center of the track, and Leslie Fia is all out. Native Bride takes the lead from Ideal Weather, and Native Bride wins.
Ideal Weather led the way around the Chester Oval, but it was Native Bride coming home the fastest. You knew it.
I knew it.
With Brian Sears in the sulky. She wins in 151-4. This is a daughter of All-American Native. These are her stats this year. She's got 13 wins and 3 seconds out of 17 starts.
I said she was hard knocking.
I know
She's always there, always on the board. She's a money machine. Just follow her out the window, right?
Absolutely.
Native
She's
Bride.
an ATM machine. Second went to Ideal Weather, and then third was Dream a While.
Okay, you know, when a lot of people come to the racetrack and you think about a track announcer. Well, you don't think about a track announcer, but they're there and they're important because they're your conduit to the race. And a lot of times if you can't see directly, they call the race. And I called at a couple of tracks that are now out of business, just a coincidence. Liberty Bell and Free State. And it's a lot of fun, but the funny thing is about a track announcer is when you call a race, you have to memorize all the horses, the colors of the driver, and then as soon as that race is over, you have to immediately go to the next race and forget everything about what you just called. So it's kind of difficult. And here at Harrah's Chester, there's a great young track announcer, and I can't pronounce his name, that's why I always say, and here's with the call is James. James witherite-reig. Now you know why I say, and now with the call is James.
Now I know that, yes.
And he's got a hyphen, which is a funny thing. And then a hyphen thing is usually a married thing with a...
Yeah, we got to figure out what the deal is
Let's
with
talk
that.
to James about that. Here's track announcer at Harrah's Chester, James witherite-reig. Let's watch.
Graceful art. Graceful art. Cool Ashley. Cool Ashley.
James, first of all, we have to get this straight. How do you say your name?
I get that question a lot. James witherite-reig.
How did you get involved in the sport?
My grandfather and his grandfather used to go to Batavia Downs, and he helped me get interested in the sport. I was really fascinated by the mathematical aspect of handicapping, the probability, the odds, all of that. And then whenever I was able to actually get to the racetrack, I found a greater appreciation for the sport itself.
And they're off. Ain't She Nice is fast off the wings. Ty's Artist left sharply from mid-pack. Between those two is Graceful Art and Ty's Artist with Ain't She Nice. These two will contend the early pace. They've drawn off by 4. My job, well, hopefully anyway, is to give a clear, concise, and correct description of what's going on the racetrack. And there's so much going on, I'm trying to cram as much detail into the 2 minutes I have so that a person who has a wager on the race can hear everything that's happening without necessarily having to watch the race.
Does it take a lot of prep for you to do this?
Well, naturally for everybody it's different. Me, I do... My prep work is very elaborate, as anyone who's been in the booth has seen. I make a sheet for each race that has the horses, the drivers, and actually the colors of the drivers on the sheet as well. So if I get in a jam during a race, I can quickly look down at the sheet and see who it is exactly that I'm looking at.
How do you remember all these things?
Short-term memory plays a huge role in it. Between the post-parade and the race, I'm learning who the horses are. I'm associating the name of the horse, with the driver, with the saddle pad. If the horse is wearing blinkers or a shadow roll, I'm using that as well. And then as soon as the race is over, it's just forget everything and learn the next group. Their single file passed us the first time, and Love of Sam's Life leads a length and a half. Super 88 is out from 3rd.
Do you have any other interests besides horse racing?
Well, I'm also a jazz musician. That's what I went to school for. I have a degree in music composition from Duquesne out in Pittsburgh. So during the summer particularly, I play in a quartet in Atlantic City. But I try to stay active as a jazz musician as well.
What kind of goals do you have?
What kind of goals do I have? Well, someday, of course, I'd love to call the Kentucky Derby. But right now, I'm in a great spot here at Chester, and can only go up from here.
So you like thoroughbreds as well?
Right. I'd love to eventually call a circuit that involves both thoroughbred and harness racing.
Do you like the sport?
Love the sport.
And Super 88 goes on to win by 2 lengths on the line. Non-committal second best. And then Love of Sam's Life, Firm Woody, and Long Life. 152 even.
Thanks, James. Whatever your last name is. That we straightened that line. Okay. Stay with us. When we come back, we're going to have more here from Harrah's Chester. And also go back for one of our favorite features, The Blast from the Past, to take you back in time to your yesterday. Stay with us.
This is where it begins. Here's where it ends.
Ron Pierce urging him on. It's Donato Hanover. It's the Donato Ponian.
Hanover Shoe Farms, the greatest name in harness racing.
Alex is the food guy. He's actually forgotten more about lamb than you'll ever know. He made the reservation, he ordered the wine, and he's the one to thank for this meal. So while you know terms like split aces and double down, he knows terms like drawn butter and pan-seared. And when dinner comes, there's just something nice about having him at the table. That's why he'll always be a part of your group. Everyone plays a part at Harrah's.